Some of the people who did make it out sharing their stories of survival as questions continue into weather warnings and why the summer camps didn't evacuate.
At least 104 people are dead from the Texas flood disaster. Hello, everybody. I'm Heather Hayes.
And I'm Casey Stiegel. It's 9 o'clock. Thanks for being with us tonight. Search and rescue crews at this hour still sifting through the debris caused by that early Friday morning flood. 28 children are among the dead. Camp Mystic, the all-girls summer camp, says it is still missing one counselor and 10 campers. Right now, still so many questions over how warnings were not given ahead of the water starting to rise, and more people are also starting to share their stories of escaping those ravaged floodwaters.
And Fox 4's David Cententry is live tonight in Ingram. That's just north of Kerrville in Kerr County. David.
Yeah, and rescue crews have been searching up and down the Guadalupe River behind us throughout the day, sifting through debris and potentially hoping to find someone who is missing. We've seen a range of emotions from people out here, some who are able to control themselves, compose themselves, keep it all in, and others not so much. I remember seeing one lady a couple hours ago driving across this bridge and just tears coming down her face. She was just bawling, looking side to side as she slowly drove across this bridge, just taking in all of this devastation in her community. As you just mentioned, we are in Ingram right now. Earlier today, we were in Kerrville talking to people about what happened and, of course, what happens next.
I mean, it's traumatizing to think that me and my son could have not even heard any of it.
Michaela Goodrum says an Ingram firefighter rolled through her RV park, warning people to evacuate from flooding Friday morning.
He went through the park telling everybody that we needed to evacuate immediately.
Goodrum and her children living on the Guadalupe River, an area where Texas game wardens and volunteer groups are removing debris while searching for missing people.
My heart goes out to the ones that are lost and the ones that are still missing.
I mean, there's nothing you can say or do to make this feel any better for somebody.
Still, Hunter Poteet, a project manager for a home improvement company in San Marcos, says he could not sit around, instead organizing his crew to assist. At this stage, however, with people still missing, they have to be extra cautious.
I mean, there is bodies still being looked for out there and heavy equipment being ran.
It goes from Hunt all the way down to Canyon Lake.
In a sit-down interview with Fox 4, Kerrville City Manager Dalton Rice says the search area is a 60-mile straight-line distance. Rice says he was running along the river at 3 a.m. the morning of the flood to see if it was safe.
And again, I was a first responder at one point in my life too, so I'm always assessing what's going on. So I deliberately ran that river trail next to the park.
Rice left at 4 a.m., thinking it was fine.
I started getting phone calls about 4:45, 5 o'clock.
Quickly learning it was not fine. Moving forward, Rice says there needs to be something done to change how his city alerts residents. The city does not have evacuation sirens, but he would not specify what needs to change. When asked if Kerrville residents should have been evacuated.
So a lot of these places, it's shelter in place during a flood, go to the high ground and stay there. Because if you get out, especially when you're 45 minutes away from anything, cell service is gone, help is gone, that flood will come in and you won't even see it coming, especially at night when everybody's sleeping because it's a holiday weekend.
Of course, there's ways that this could have been prevented, but we can't blame anybody. The weather is unpredictable. We get flash flood warnings all the time.
Goodrum points to a flash flood warning on Sunday, turning out to be mild. But as for Friday's warning, she's just glad a firefighter told her and neighbors to get away from the river. Had that firefighter not rolled through here?
We'd probably be down the river. We'd for sure be down the river if it weren't for them, because nobody would have known.
Now, Texas State Highway 39 is in front of me, just a couple of blocks away. That will take you further west to Hunt and those camps that were significantly impacted by this flooding. That highway, though, there's a bridge we would need to get across right now, and Texas State troopers have, for now, shut it down to media members. They say they're not letting anyone through except people who live in that area. For now, Casey and Heather, I'll send it back to y'all.
David, I want to ask you the same question I asked Alex Boyer a little bit earlier on our streaming service. You are so experienced. You have been to a lot of disaster zones in a number of different places. I'm wondering, how does this one stack up compared to the others now that you've had a chance to be there and interact with so many?
I've never seen anything like it. never seen anything like it. Covered hurricanes and all sorts of natural disasters, but I think for how far this was reaching and the type of damage it did, you've never seen anything like it. And then you got to think of just the water damage to a lot of people's properties and homes. That will take a long time to clean up, and that's nothing compared to the lives lost.
All right, David Santendry, we appreciate your coverage there. Thank you.
Thanks, David.
Yeah.
As you heard David talking about, this is a long stretch of the river, and it has damage on either side.
Yeah, and people in the area are still trying to wrap their minds around everything that was destroyed. Fox 4's Alex Boyer in Kerrville tonight with more on this. Alex.
Hey guys, and we are at a park located along the stretch of the Guadalupe River here in Kerrville. And I can tell you, it's getting a little dark, but you might be able to see that the netting from those volleyball nets is completely gone, and that is because that's how high the water came above the riverbanks here and how fast it was moving, that it just tore the netting right through those volleyball nets as water continued to flow downstream. Now, we've been moved back at the request of DPS, concerned over our safety and the safety of others here, but I can tell you that all afternoon as we've been here along the Guadalupe River near the square here in Kerrville, folks have been coming down trying to get a look at the devastation for themselves.
For us living here, coming and seeing it, it's just it's just different. Just driving across this bridge here, it's heartbreaking. It breaks my heart. It definitely breaks my heart. The community is amazing. We can't even volunteer because there's so many people that have already come together and volunteer that there's no room for the rest of us to volunteer and do anything. So we're just going to be looking to volunteer and any way we can.
Tell me how you're feeling. You know, so many young ladies attended Camp Mystic and some of the other camps here. What do you think when you're seeing all this on social media and you're kind of people your age affected by this?
It's just like when you look at it from social media, it's a lot different than what it actually is. They didn't even know. Yeah. Like a lot of kids lost their lives because of it. And it's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just sad.
At least with these littles, they were in a faith-based camp, so I have no reason to believe that they didn't go anywhere else. We know they're with God.
And several search crews are coming to the area to assist in those efforts. I can tell you that Texans on a mission departed from North Texas this morning and will be here throughout the coming weeks. And you know, it's interesting, guys, back in the studio, I've noticed just in the past hour, we've had some news crews pop up on either side of us, one from Australia, another one just landed from Canada. So clearly a lot of eyes from all around the world interested in watching what's happening and what's unfolding here in Central Texas.
Oh, it's just such a horrible story, Alex. And it's funny, I'm going to go back to something, Ashley, the young girl you were talking to in your story, you know, she said it's just very different being there. And, you know, Casey and I in studio looking at the video, it's heartbreaking for us. I imagine from your perspective as well, just arriving today, that it's just overwhelming being right there in the middle of it all.
Right. You know, what struck me, as you mentioned, with young Ashley there, they had actually gone out of town Thursday night in order to celebrate the Independence Day weekend in Corpus Christi, and then found out what was happening back here in their own hometown. So they wanted to come back here, not to be in the way, but just to make sure that they could be here and be available for anybody who could use their help. And they said when they got over the bridge to the area here, which is where we ended up here just outside of the downtown area, they could not believe their eyes because it did not look like the topography, like the river, like the park they had just seen less than 24 hours prior to that. Of course, this is my first time being down here, so I couldn't say what that looks like for myself, but I can tell you walking down to the banks, seeing the damage for myself, and just seeing these large trees just toppled over, you know just how fast that water was moving and how quickly. It just really does a shock to the system.
It's just so frightening. And yeah, Alex, my girls went to camp down in that area, and it is a beautiful, beautiful place, a good community that's coming together to support each other. So it's just heartbreaking.
And another night of families going to bed not knowing where their loved ones are. Fox 4's Alex Boyer, fantastic work out there. Thank you for being on the ground. We sure appreciate it.
So we talked about people helping one another. Well, many of you have reached out asking how you can help those affected by the flooding. Fox 4 has set up a donation site to send money directly to the Kerr County Flood Relief Fund. So super easy to do. You can scan the QR code on your screen if you're able to donate financially. You can then follow the link to do that. We also have a link on our website, fox4news.com, and on the Fox local app as well. But they need all sorts of things, donations of any kind, again, financially if you're able, and prayers if you can't.
We want to give you a look at what the Guadalupe River looks like. Look at this incredible video. This was on Friday, July 4th in Center Point. That's in Kerr County. It's downstream from Kerrville and from where all of those summer camps like Camp Mystic are actually located. It shows just how fast the water arrived and how quickly it went up. Fox 4 Chief Meteorologist Dan Henry joins us now with more. Hey, Dan.
Hey there, Casey. Yeah, you know, typically the Guadalupe has maybe a couple feet of water flowing through it. It's, for all intents and purposes, a fairly gentle moving current of water. And that's the way it was at 3:45 in the morning on July 3rd, 1.7 feet of water. And then in the next 45 minutes to an hour, that water level rose 22 feet to 24 feet at Kerrville, and that wall of water continued downstream, and 5 hours later they saw a 30-foot rise in about the same period of time in the town of Comfort. That's what the river level gauge measured there, and you can see back in time that swirl, that is the very well-organized complex of storms that were fueled by tropical moisture in the 99th percentile of what we typically see here in North Texas in early July. So these were wringing out that moisture. Rainfall rates were probably easily 3 inches every single hour after hour of rain, and some locations saw up to 20 inches. Here's a look now. It's a much different story. All the scattered showers and storms we saw earlier in the day now have pretty much now all fizzled out, and we should be dry overnight tonight. There will be scattered thunderstorms and showers in the forecast again tomorrow. Some of these are going to produce some brief heavy downpours and be slow movers, so we could potentially see some localized flooding as a